Good evening. I have the most beautiful gold card. Gold and butterflies. What could get better than that? So I have this card to share with you tonight. And most of the supplies are actually from the January to June mini. So what I have showcased here is there's the butterfly paper accents, which are amazing because they're already come die cut. They're perfect. They're whites. You can color them any color you wish them to be, as well as the gold foiled flower cards with envelopes. And of course, butterflies and flowers go together perfectly. The other thing that I'm kind of showing here is just, I don't know if you can see my work surface. It's a glass mat. So this is only available to demonstrators this month, or if you sign up to be a demonstrator. And I was a little skeptical at first, but I must say that it is fabulous. I'm just going to take it off here for a second to show you what I mean. The big thing is not to break it. So if you've stepped me with me before, you know that I like to use the mini brushes as a coloring thing. But you know that when you always start coloring on something, of course it's not going to do it right now, but it will. And if you start coloring a thing, that you always get kind of a darker area, right? Like there's kind of a, even if you kind of like wiped off your brush, you kind of get that smudge. It's very difficult to not get that. So what I really like about this glass mat, I'm gonna bring my glass mat back up, is that that smudge effect seems to disappear. So the glass mat has a grid all over it, as well as what I'm calling kind of an ink space. So you take your ink pad, turn it upside down, and just press onto the working glass surface. And then from there, you can take your ink. Here I have some of these butterflies. Just see how smooth that makes it right away. And you can just color. And see how soft the color is? Like it doesn't get that same heaviness or smudge somehow from like being, maybe it's going from the brush directly to the paper. I haven't quite figured out the, but even here, like look, if I'm coming onto the edge, just like I would a normal piece of paper. No issue, right? Okay, so that's coloring those pre-cut little butterflies. And I'd already colored a little bit. Oh, so then if you want to clean a space, it comes with a little chamois. And I thought it would make, so I've just like wet this in water and like wrung it out, but it like makes the surface instantly dry. It doesn't seem to create a wet spot. So I've already colored a little bit up there, but if I add a little bit more color down here, look at that, like really smooth, no dark spot, just like amazing. So these envelopes have the prettiest top because they've already colored this one with the blue. And then here, I think I have an extra envelope. I'm going to show you this. So for anyone who likes the doily effect, doesn't it already look like a stencil? So if you open this up, oh, I better clean the. So the one thing here is you kind of have to keep your surface clean, keeping your ink there on the side, but keeping that surface clean. So I'm going to fold the card. So this is going to be the front. But what if I took and I put this on top? So I want to color the top of my envelope anyways. But by doing this, now it's very careful. I have to be very careful now of, look, it's making it like a stencil. I'm going to do like a soft halo effect just around the edge. Try to hold it down so that I don't shift anything. I'm not holding down very hard though. Isn't that gorgeous? And then look, at the same time, it's colored the top edge of my envelope. And then if I want to go back, I can come back here and just add a little bit of like darker color on the edge if I wish. But isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm just going to wipe this off again there. And I've left this color on for some time. And long story short, it doesn't stain. I've seen some videos online. People have tried it with putting like red ink and letting it sit overnight. No staining, apparently. I haven't been that brave to put red ink and set it overnight yet. And it also comes with one of these little silicone pads. This isn't necessarily have to be used on top, but just because it's on screen, it can kind of, if you are stamping, you don't want your ink pad to move, as well as just little spots for little ink spots. Or apparently you can put drops of re-inker in there as well to use for various techniques, and it doesn't stain. Okay, so to go back to the card at hand, I used my tag punch. This isn't a retired punch, but I stamped a "For You." And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and put a little bit of glue on the back. If you're wondering what stamp set I used, it's a retired set. It's called Elegantly Said. But I just thought that, once I saw this in the corner, I thought, even though I'm not using that part of the stamp set, I just thought that delivery of everything was perfect. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back here. Apparently I need a fuller ink bottle. Never until you're on screen that all of a sudden the glue bottles don't want to work. Okay, so there I have some third time's charm. Now, before I place this on, I probably jumped ahead a little bit, kind of position where I want my butterflies to go. So I'm going to put the "For You" there. And then these cute little butterflies, I just took and put a couple dots of glue there. Put that down in the corner. And a little tiny butterfly as well. And isn't that gorgeous? You can see like the gold of the flowers. Then you open it up and you have that beautiful doily lace feel with a coordinating envelope. Hope you enjoy. Happy card making.